everyone. So today I want to review how to do a net seller sheet out of the MLS. So this is called various things: seller's estimated net proceeds, seller's net sheet. This is a requirement from TREC if you do represent a seller to include in all of your paperwork. Don't know if you knew that, but so obviously it's very important to understand how to do this. And so luckily, Matrix makes it somewhat easy for us. And what you'll want to do first is go into the Finance tab of uh, Matrix, and you're going to choose Seller's Estimated Net Proceeds. And this is going to be the money that your seller takes away once all of the costs are expended on the seller's part. Okay. Now, obviously, the seller does not have a loan to worry about like the buyer does. And so there's traditionally less costs involved on the seller side. And so I have filled one out, and I'm just going to going to go through this and give you a sense of how to use this. So I didn't bother filling in the name, address, all that good stuff. That's obviously self-explanatory. But what this does is it gives you an option to select different price points that this home might sell at. And if you want my opinion, I would always approach the seller with a range of pricing that the home might sell for. It's dangerous to get into a situation where you just uh, nail down one specific price in the course of the conversation. You want to get that person to understand, based on the condition of the home and other factors, it might sell between A, B, or C. And so in my example, I have put down a sales price option of 275, 290, or 320. And then you will need to get from the seller what their mortgage payoff is. If you can't get that, then you can leave that out, but just remember that you'll have to tell the seller that whatever number we come up with here at the very bottom will he'll need to back out his payoff. Okay, so moving forward, the MLS gives you all sorts of different things to put in here. Okay, so special assessments are going to be things like the HOA fees and things of that nature. Recording fee, that is going to be from the title company. Okay, annual taxes, you can get that right off of the Central Appraisal District's website. Okay, and then in my example, I am giving 3 months to escrow, which means between today's date and the date we're going to close, I have 3 months left. And that's going to be important because look, it already figured out what my prorated taxes are going to be. So that's figured into how much that person is going to take home. Okay. And then as you move down, come all the miscellaneous fees that everyone is typically unclear about. Okay. So other expenses, home warranty. So the seller is traditionally going to give a credit for the buyer to purchase a home warranty. Okay. The other various fees, the biggies for a seller are going to be the commission and the seller's title policy. And there are places to put in various things here. Now, as it relates to the title policy, on our website, under this video, is the document from Chicago Title that gives you the current rates for a title policy based on the price of the home. So you will be able to see with some degree of certainty what this number is going to be. All right. Now, there are always other miscellaneous fees that are added on to what the title company does. Things like recording fees, settlement fees, if there's a notary involved, and then just kind of this catch-all, the lawyer fee, courier fees, document preparation fees, all those types of things. Okay, and so these are going to be pretty close. Um, and and again, the bigger items for a seller is going to be the title policy and the commission. So as you can see, based on all the fees here, based on when they're closing in the year and how much taxes they're going to have to pay and so on, they're going to net about $129,770. Okay. Now let's go to View Report. and it will actually give you what their net proceeds are based on each of these price points. So at 275, they're going to net 129,770. If the home sells for 290, they're going to net 143,870. If the home sells for 320, they're going to net 172,072. Okay. Now, a lot of sellers seem to think that oh, the realtor just wants a higher price so they can get more in commission. Well, that's not really the case. I mean, if you take a look at the lowest price it would sell at, you get 8,250, and the highest price is 9,600. That's not really a lot. And so, I would try, and if that becomes an issue with your sellers, this becomes a real good notation as to how much extra money you're really going to stand to get. It's not much, in my opinion. So you can email this to the seller. You can print it and bring it with a listing presentation or what have you. So this becomes kind of a real good down and dirty on how much they're going to net once they sell the home. Now, by law, this is not cast in stone, okay? And there are certain disclosures on this document that state uh, right here. These figures are estimates only. Your estimated selling expenses may be more or less, which will affect your estimated equity. Now, what I always tell people after I finish explaining that part is that, once we are locked into a contract, the seller and the buyer are by law entitled to disclosures as to exactly what these costs will be. This is merely an exercise to give them a ballpark figure as to what they might net based on certain costs. Okay, so hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, obviously, please come see me. Thanks.